Hello everyone, welcome to Monk Solutions. We are out at a new video on web development. Now today we are going to discuss upon basic tags in HTML. Let's get started. See, I opened my folder which I told you before in the last video. Please, like for example, if you are seeing this as a first video to you, please check out the last video because this is a web development series. So if you miss any other video, like it could not be understandable. Okay, please check out the last video. I'll be adding the description. I will be adding the link of the previous video in the description below. Okay, just now today we are going to discuss some basic tags in HTML. First of all, for your sake, I'm going to open this this browser in my browser. Okay, like this is like the background this image is displaying. I want to remove it. Okay, okay, done. Okay, so for example, in our site there are headings, right? For any site there will be headings. For example, headings will be displayed using h1 tag. There are series of h tags. I will be soon displaying what about heading tags. So heading tags are started with h and one represents the size of the size. For example, Umang Solutions. See Umang Solutions. For example, I just saved here. I am going to open my browser and I am going to refresh it. See, you can see here Umang Solutions is the it is a heading. This is our first heading in our web development playlist. So one represents this the biggest size, like h1 is the biggest size. For example, if you want to check other also, I'll be showing it you right now. See, there are series from h1 to h6. I'm copying each and everything. Like h1, this is like h2. I want this as h2, and this one h3. Sorry, h4, this one h3, this one h5, and similarly there is h6 also. Okay, and this one is h6. See, you will be soon understanding the difference between all this h1 to h6 tag. See, I just saved my code and I am going to refresh it. Okay, see, I think you can see. Yeah, you can see like Umang Solutions, which is h1 tag. It is showing in the biggest font. Like the font size is some font size which will be automatically given by the HTML, and h2 is less than like h1, h3, h4, h5, h6. See, as the number is getting decreased, like number is getting increased, automatically the size gets decreased. You can like in our Chrome there is another option also, like you can check directly from here. Like you can click on inspect button. See, you can click on the inspect button. This is the code which we have written. Like the inspect can be working on any site. For example, if you like any site and you want to like view the code which was written, you can directly click on inspect and check what is that. See, this is a body tag which we have written, head tag. See, title, written icon. See, it will be shown everything. Okay, and the other option for inspect is also control U. Click on control U. See, this is the page shows. See, this is the one we have written in our Sublime, right? So it will be displayed here. Okay, see, I am zooming it, you can see it better. So that's all about the inspect. Okay, so this is about the heading tags, and we have under, like for example, like in C documentation section will be there, like dummy text, so it will not be executed by the compiler, right? So the same thing which we will be having in this also. Like for example, I want to tag it like heading tags. So if I write this, automatically what it going to display is, see, automatically displayed. Like I want to say that I want to convey that if anything you written in this body tag, automatically it gets displayed there. Okay, for example, if I write h1 also, see h1 will not be displayed because it will be calculated as a keyword. Okay, see like I opened h1 but I didn't close any h1 tag. It is not showing me error. See, HTML is a very it's a language where it couldn't compile, like it will not show any errors, like the closing tag is not there, like our in our C language closing parenthesis is not there, syntax error, nothing, no errors will be there in HTML. As I told you before, HTML is not a programming language, so it is not necessary. See, heading tags is being displayed on the outer side, right? But I don't want to display it. So see the main advantage of Sublime. Select this text. Okay, I am telling you again. Select this text like which you want to make it dummy. I'm in document. So click on Control Shift slash forward slash. Okay, forward slash is nothing but this. You need to type like Control Shift plus slash. You need to press all these buttons at a time, so automatically this like will be displayed automatically, that gets dummied. Okay, so in this way you can do that. And see, these lines were being aligned to the left, right? So click on tab, automatically it gets set here. So every time indentation is very necessary. Like indentation is not necessary for HTML. It is necessary in other programming languages. Indentation is, for example, I think I open h1 tag and I close here. Okay, it's okay. But I open some other tag in the top and I forgot to close this tag. Then if you keep this indentation, it will be very helpful to you whether the tag is being closed or not. You can check whether the tag, yeah, you can check here. See, head tag is open here and the code is written after some tab space, right? So at the same time you can also like use it here. You can use it indentation. The code looks better, like the code looks good, and you can easily find the errors, like if any tags are missing or not. Okay, that's all about the heading tags. And other tag is, I want to include a image. Okay, like we have some tags like image tag img. Okay, just type img and enter. Automatically src. Src is nothing but it is a short form of source. Okay, as I told you before, like here href means reference. For the link tag, the attribute for source is href. For the image tag, the attribute for source is src. Okay, now as the same thing, I want to load the same image again, so I am just copying the location. Like, okay, so as I told you before, the dot represents the like the same directory, slash represents the path of the like, and images represent the folder, like the images folder here, and logo.png means the logo. Okay, see what I am going to do, just I am saving the file and I will be opening. See, you can see the heading tags got disappeared because it's like a documentation section, and see the image got displayed here automatically. But I want to reduce the size of the image. So the size will be automatically, like the image size is for example 400 by 400 pixel. Automatically the image size will be like fitted here. But I want to limit it to like just only 200 by 200. So we have some attribute like width. Width equals to 200. Sorry. See, width equals to 200 pixel. Okay, and height equals to 200 pixel. Okay. Now I'm just opening. You could not there is no need to close the image tag here. There are some tags like image tag and some break tag I will be showing you. So there is not necessary to close the tags for them. Now I'm just clicking on. See, automatically you can see here, automatically the size got reduced. So we are hard coding like only this much size you need to display. We are telling the image to compress. Okay, and see, you can observe here I given in the form of pixel, px. Pixels will be represented in the form of px. For example, there is another option also like 50%. And what is the difference between using percentage and pixel? Both are same, guys, both are same, but the difference between using pixel and like the percentage is nothing but, for example, you can see here 50%. I have given like width equal 50%, height equal to 50%. 50% means parent, like say this is the body tag, right? So this total will be considered as 100%, and as I told, width equals to 50% means, see, you can see here width, so this is 50%, this is 50%, so the image is occupying left side 50%, and height, as I told, height 50%, so this is total 100%, right? So top to bottom this is 100%, so it is occupying 100% height, sorry, 50% height. So that is the difference between like the width and height. Okay, so better to use percentage than pixel, because when you open your site your mobile, so automatically 50% of the mobile, like with 50% of the mobile height and 50% of mobile width will be automatically set. For example, if you put pixels in place of percentage, what will be going to do is, like in mobile also same pixel will be like displayed. Since our laptop screens and desktop screens are more size, So what we think is pixel will be okay. For example, many users will open in laptop, but coming to phone it will not be. We need to use some extra code to modify the site in mobile also. And we have another thing also, like alt means, for example, due to some cases image is not deleted, like image got deleted from the folder, or else image is unable to display. So we have some other thing also, like we need to display the name of the image. It's optional, like logo. You can type anything you want here. For example, I'm just changing the extension here, like pn. So logo.pn is not there in this folder, so it will throw an error like the image is not there. Automatically the alt image will be displayed there. You can see here, I just saved my file. I am just refreshing. So you can see here, like it is showing some picture and it is showing logo. So what it is showing to user like that. So logo image is unable to display here. That's all. So that's all about the image tag. And coming to another tag is anchor tag. Anchor, what is meant by anchor? See, anchor tag is, for example, the real-time example is ships have anchors, right? Anchors mean they will be like, it is a device, like not like a device, it's a structure used to like fix the ship at a particular location. Like here anchor tag reference, the meaning is totally different in the web development. Anchor tag means we'll be redirecting, like for example, if you want to put link to other site you want, like I'll be showing, for example, if the user clicks on some text in our page, and automatically he need to be redirected to the other page. For example, I'll be showing you something like google.com, or else I will show you umangsolutions.org, and I'm typing to click here. You are well aware about anchor tag, but you don't know the technical name behind it. I'll be showing you. See, I just zoomed, so this is because for your accessibility I am zooming the site. Okay, so automatically what it means, see, it is showing like click here with some underline, so blue color text. What it is showing that, for example, if I am getting hover on the text, automatically the cursor change to hand. So that means it is showing that user you can click here. That means it is a clickable text, so I am going to click on it. So your file was not found. Okay, I need to represent like https like umangsolutions.org, then I am going to click it. See, I am just clicking here. Automatically it will be redirect to the website of a website. You can click, you can paste any website you want to, like for example, if I want to redirect to google.co.in, you can click on google.co.in, like type on google.co.in. So this is a website, so it is automatically redirecting to this. So that is about the anchor tag. And another thing also, I think you have observed here, like if I click here, automatically the same site got reloaded again, like in the same site the website is getting loaded. But what I want to for the user is, for example, if I click here, a new tab needs to be open, and the site needs to be loaded there. So what I am going to do is, there is some under attribute in the anchor tag itself, like we have target. Okay, target underscore blank. You need to type target equals to underscore blank. Okay, and I want to like click here to navigate to click here to navigate to our website, and I'm going to save it. See what is going to like do. See, click here to navigate our website, got changed to it, and I am going to click on. See, you can observe it, like a new tab is getting open and our site is getting open in that place. So you can do that. So basic examples, for example, anyone wants to see our website total, like what we written, how the UI is. So for example, if we keep our link in it, and automatically our websites get loaded, like our Umang Solutions website got loaded, but they will forget about the website which we have created, instead of like searching for this new website which we have linked it. For example, if I link google.co.in, they will be searching on google.co.in instead of coming back to our last site. See, in the last example, if I click on it, I am clicking on the back button, but here it is not necessary. They can just change the tab will not be closed. Okay, so that's the main advantage of the anchor tag using the target underscore blank attribute. Okay, and the next tag is paragraph. Okay, paragraph tag is nothing but it's starting with P. Just type P. Every tag, if you want to write anything, you can type less than and type first letter P. That's all. Enter. So automatically P tag represents the paragraph tag. For example, if you want to include some paragraph in your page, then you need to use this paragraph tag. I am going to get some dummy paragraph. Like in our website only, we have some paragraphs. See, this is some paragraph. I want to copy this. Okay, I am going to copy, and what I am going to do is I am going to paste it between this paragraph tags. See, you can see this is a paragraph tag, right? So what we are going to do is see, I am just saving and I am opening my site. See, you can see the paragraph tag is displayed here. Automatically whole paragraph is here. In our code it is showing like 4 lines, but in the paragraph tag it is only set to 2 lines. So what it means for example, if I getting inspect, see, you can see like inspect, I'll be soon telling you about this inspect option in the later videos. Like inspect option means you can check whether how your website is displaying in mobile, small mobiles, or some medium size mobiles, or large mobiles, or some tablets, or some laptops, mini laptops or large laptops. You can check directly from this here. So for example, if I use the paragraph tag, it will be for in the laptop it is showing in 3 lines. For coming to the mobile, it is automatically changing to some 5 lines. So the paragraph is automatically getting set. So the advantage of paragraph tag is that automatically the lines will be getting break. Okay, that's what about the paragraph tag. And we have, like, for example, the basic for example, if I don't want to use the paragraph tag, okay, now I'm just pasting the code like the text auto directly here, and I'm going to refresh it. See, here also it is getting displayed, but I want to cut the line like IoT based autonomous systems like we have it. So I need to break the line, like for the benefit of global community need to start in a new line. Okay, then what I am going to do is we have some under tag like break tag. Okay, what does break tag means? Like see, I want to keep the break tag here less than BR. Okay, just click on enter. That's all. See what is going to happen. See, you can see, okay, I just keep the break tag here like after IoT domains. I will be keeping there itself. So as I said, you autonomous system, yeah, I got it. So BR, that's all. See, I just kept the BR tag at the autonomous system. Automatically, a new line got generated and the further benefit of global community started in a new line. So we can hard code like I want to cut the line here. So you can hard code it like I want to start the new line from this word. So you will be keeping the break tag before of the word like before for. Automatically a new line got generated. So that is the advantage of the break tag. Okay, got it. And that's all about the break tag. And there is another tag like HR. For example, the difference between the meaning of the HR tag is, for example, these are the two paragraphs, right? I want a line to be separated between, like I want a line to separate between these two paragraphs, just one line, like small line to, like it is showing that these two paragraphs are different. So there is another tag like HR, that's all. So I'm just saving and I'm just opening. You can see some small line is being typed automatically, it is showing it here. So this is what about HR tag. This is the example of the HR tag. Okay, and I'm going to type this HR tag here also. Okay, so automatically the line gets displayed here itself. Okay, and the other tags, like two important tags we have, the list tag. So list tag is nothing but, for example, I want to display a list item. There are two types of list, two types of list. There are two types of list. One is ordered list, and under is and another is unordered list. Ordered list means, for example, if you're adding too many items, like 10 items, automatically you will be thinking on items only, but you will not be coming. For example, if you added 100 items, automatically the number will be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Automatically the number will be getting generated. But coming to another list, like you'll be seen some list like with dots, square, like that. So practically I will show you, then you will be getting better understanding. Okay, first I am going to show you ordered list. Okay, ordered list starts with the syntax OL. Okay, just type on OL, and in the OL we need to type list element. For example, list element like Android, and on the list element is Android and web and React and Python. See, these are four numbers, right? So what I am not declaring like this is one Android, two web, three React, four Python. See, you can see what is going to happen. Like I'm just saving and open. See, you can see here two types of list. Or this is the body tag which I have written in automatically, and this is the Android, web, React and Python. So automatically 1 2 3 4 got displayed here. See, you can see here. So like automatically if you add 100 items, automatically the numbers will display automatically. So that is the advantage of ordered list. And we have another thing also, start. So start means, for example, start like I want to start it from 10. Okay, 10 20 30 40 50, like that. See, sorry, 10 11 12 13. So I want to start it from only 10. So I'm clicking a start only, and I want to change the type, like say, Roman number, like we have it, right? So I see x1. So it is showing x because like I have declared 10, right? So 10 in a Roman numeral is 10, like the x which we have studied in our like childhood. So if I keep as 1, see, you can see here, you can see here 1 2 3 4 Roman numerals will be getting displayed. So this is about ordered list. You can add any item. For example, I am just copying the same items for your accessibility. So here it is 8 elements, right? So what is going to do is, see, automatically 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So automatically the numbers will be getting added. So we don't need to concentrate on the numbers, like every time we need to give the numbers. Okay, and we have another thing also, unordered list. Okay, unordered list. So it starts with UL. Okay, so it starts with UL, same as like before. I will be soon I will be copying the same elements here and copying here, and this is the unordered list. You can see here the difference between, see, I am not declaring so automatically irrespective of the elements, for every element it is showing dot only. See, you can see here, for every element it is showing an only dot. For example, I want to, like, the difference between this ordered and unordered list is you can count the number of elements, that how many elements are there. Like I can see the last number, I can say there are 8 elements in this list. But here I couldn't say, like I need to like count all the elements, number of elements there. But I want to, instead of the circle, I want some square there. Okay, sorry, square spelling, type square. So what it being shared, see, you can see it is share, it is changed to square, but instead, like in before, it is in circle mode. So you can change it also. So this is the difference between ordered and unordered list. And other thing I want to say is, for example, if you want to display any text in a bold format, like in the strong format, you can do that also. Like we have another tag like B. Okay, just type B and Umang solutions and just open and just save. See, it is showing in bold, but I want to integrate in h1 tag, like I want to increase the size of it also. So I will be keeping the bold tag in h1 tag, like see, I am typing h1 tag. You can see here the size got increased to h1 and bold is also implemented, but I want to keep it in italic. Okay, you can type any here, like I want it in italic, so italic tag is presented with I. Okay, but remember one thing. See, the bold tag is starting at the first, so I ended in the last, and I tag is in the second position. I ended in the last second position. H1 is the third. H1 is the third. So please remember, like when you started, the ending tag is also need to be same. See umang tag. So you can see here it is in italic position. So this is, and strong. We have another tag also, strong tag. It is also like same like umang. It is also same like the thing also. So you can see here it is also in a bold condition. And that's all about these tags. So these are the basic tags which we are going to use in the HTML. Some heading tags, image tag, anchor tag, and other thing I want to share. So if I want to align this in the center, we have some under attributes like align center. Like I want to align Umang solutions in the center of the web page. Then what I am going to do is, see, just I kept align equals to center. So that's all, automatically it got aligned to center. So we have, there are some many attributes for these tags. You can check out in the like websites like W3 Schools or other websites. So these are the basic tag, introduction of the basic HTML tag. In the next video, I'll be telling you about the form tag and the table tag also. That's all for the video. Thank you for seeing video. Thanks guys, stay safe.